Hi, my name's Adam. Today we'll be doing an activity called Gears the Robot Cat. And what we'll be doing is we'll be engineering a toy for Gears, the robot cat, or you can make it for your real cat or another pet, or any cat you like. And we're going to be using a patent to do that. So first off, in the chat, just want to send this to everyone who's here if you'd like to follow along. Here is a link to a Google Drive. And in there, you will find this PowerPoint that I'll be showing you, a worksheet resource, and a follow-up activity called Spot the Invention if you'd like to do that after online. All right, let's go ahead and get started. So before we get started, and this will come out later, let's go to the beginning here. So again, there's your link right there. And there you'll find a PowerPoint worksheet, and then there's also a link to an extension activity. That's what you'll be finding in your Google Drive link right here. All right, so this activity that we'll be doing was developed by the USPTO. We're funded and supported by the Lemelson Foundation, and this activity is part of our iINVENT program here at Precollege Programs, and this is part of the STEM at Home series. So we're just happy to be here. We're gonna get making that toy. And so let's share in chat. This is the exciting slide that you saw. Do you have a pet at home? If so, do you have a cat? Maybe. And do they have a favorite toy? That should be an E. But favorite sounds better. So do they have a favorite toy? I know when I get things for my pets, I have two dogs and a cat, all of which are rescues. They just kind of happen to come along them. And so, a red plastic straw is the favorite cat's, and feathers on a stick. Yep. So my cat also likes the feathers on a stick. So that's why I put them up there. And also I put that cat on the right because of lasers. So a lot of animals like lasers. I don't know how we could work that into our toy. That might be a little more advanced, but I think that could be something that you could do. Maybe make it have some laseriness would be awesome. All right, so let's get moving. So to reverse engineer this toy, you will need a few items here, and I put some suggestions. I recommend a paper and pencil. I printed out that worksheet myself. It has some claims that we'll be going over later. Got my pestle right here. I also have my trusty inventor notebook right here. All right, so I got some of those materials, the materials to build with. I was thinking about my toy might need to be some sort of encase. So I was thinking maybe I could do this and tape it together, see how that goes. So I got a couple of those things to see if I can maybe build something like that. Got some tape for me, good old Sharpie, some twine, you never hurt. And then also I recommend, if you've been following along, if you can, with all the stuff in your house, maybe it's a craft box, maybe it's something else. If you've been following along with some of these activities, definitely just make your STEM craft bin. So you can have it there, do any of these fun activities, but in it, I have colored pieces of paper, some paper lunch bags. I have some pipe cleaners, googly eyes, I think are somewhere in here, which may come in useful, some googly eyes, some more twine. All right, so, and also things Gears or your pet might like to play with. So if I know there's something that I have that my pet already likes to play with, like I was making something for my dog Turner, my dog Turner really loves balls. So if I was able to get a ball and maybe add something onto that toy, that would be something. So maybe there's a toy that your cat has, maybe it's a pretty basic toy. My cat, Bella, really likes those little shimmery stones. Some people use them as ornaments and the light goes through them and she'll just bat them all around the house. So that would actually probably be something really awesome to put in here. All right, so keep that in mind as we go. All right, so patents. This is actually, I believe, a patent for a cat toy. And so patents, they all have things like numbers on them. So this is one. Then they have these things down here with claims. So if you look in the right-hand column where it has 2, you go down there to those indents, you'll see things like claims, you'll see descriptions, and you'll of course see figures. And so what a patent does is it helps, if you file it with the United States Patent and Trademark Office, it helps kind of protect your IP. And what IP is intellectual property. And so it has claims, has figures which count as the evidence, descriptions, and then also an explanation of why it is unique. So your cat toy that you're making should be unique. It has to meet certain claims. If you're following along in the worksheet, you can draw in and those will count as the figures. And then in the right column of this worksheet, it asks for something called reasoning. That is kind of your description. So you're going to show us how you're making this. So how does the cat toy that you made actually meet these claims? So these claims, just like in a patent, tell you, how to make, not necessarily how to make the invention, but how it works. So if you know how it works, you can, in a sense, reverse engineer it and make it. So let's see here. Requirements here for in the top right, that's gears. What you will need, an elongated mobile device with a front and back end. So for my elongated mobile device, that's what I was thinking about. I'm gonna attach this, and I think that is that I hope will meet that claim. A tail attached to said back end and some color. Okay, so I gotta get a tail to one of these ends. All right, a head attached to said front end. I think that's what those googly eyes are gonna be helpful for. All right, and then a means of pulling said toy as 4 inches long. Okay, tail that is 4 inches, means of pulling. So it doesn't have to be the tail, it's got a means of pulling. My guess is it'd probably be at the front. We'll see what we have to do. Well, I guess it doesn't say. The toy must fit on a half sheet. Yep, half sheet by paper. I got my trusty half sheet paper. I got it right here. Make sure it's the property size, the appropriate size. All right. So that is what we will be doing today. So right now I am going to get my materials that I think I'm going to need, and I'm going to start building. So in your screen, what you'll do is you'll see me up there in the top right. I am just going to kind of go ahead and start. So as you're going, you can follow along. This is also a good time to pause. And then when we come back, I will show you kind of on the last slide how we my device makes the claims that we have here by showing some evidence, which for me is going to be a picture of my toy. So, all right, and here we go. Whenever I'm working with things, I always like to think about what is going to be my connector. Is it going to be hot glue? Is it going to be tape? Is it going to be something like a string? And then I think about, what are the ways that would be best for me to build this? So I want to start with the inside, the outside. What end do I want to start with? So for me, I want to make sure I'm going to knock off that first claim that's up there about the eyes. So like I was thinking, I'm going to use some googly eyes. Trying to find another color in here. Oh, got one. And I got blue and I got yellow, and I'm going to put them at one end of my cup. Oh, these googly eyes got some getting taped. Keep the other googly eye on. All right. So this should count as my head. There it is, my awesome googly eyes. I'm going to grab that Sharpie, maybe put a little smiley face. And then maybe I'm going to draw some hair, because why not? All right, very nice, very nice, very nice. And there's that one end of the toy. And now, even though I know some my cat, like I said, likes to bat things that jingle. So I'm going to take this one of these cups and I am going to cut it just a little bit, make it something nice to look at. Hopefully Bella will appreciate it. I'll let you know how it goes at home. She may not be excited but we'll see. So pulling this out, make it pretty cool. I think that might be nice to look at. I'm going to put one in there. Oh, I'm going to fold them over. There you go. All right. We got something right in there. And then I was thinking that these make some rattling noises, so I'm going to put those both in there. It might be a little too heavy for her to bat, but we'll see. And then I'm going to tape this together. But before I tape it together, I'm going to think about that tail. So elongated device, it is a tail attached. That's some color. So I don't know if I want to puncture it with this. Yeah, I think I do. Oop, there it went, there it went. All right, and so where was that bag? Yes. What color tail? There was something written on there about that tail. Oh, So, all right, I believe the tail had to be certain colors. Am I right here? Let me get to it. I think written out on that worksheet, if we get to the tail, toy is claimed with one. His ears attached. Oh, yep, I drew the ears. The tail is any color, such as pink, red, but it cannot be white, yellow, or blue. So it can be green. All right, so we're gonna have a green tail. Yes. Excellent. There is the green tail. There this is. And now I'm going to try to tape this together somewhat. Whoops, whoops, whoops. It's always the hard part. Put some stuff in there. Put that in there. Whoop. You're at home. This is the part when you call a sibling or someone or the neighbor and be like, hey, can you just pull this together for me? All right. Yes. All right, I'm going to do another loop, I think, of tape just to be sure about that. All right. I got this here. I got my face. Or I guess it won't be meowing. Meows for the cat. Unless I was making a cat friend for my cat. There's some ears there. Drum on. All right, more ears. There we go. All right, so I got a head, I got this, and then toy must fit on. Okay, it does fit, does fit. We're gonna put that, bend that tail over. And now there's something on their head attached to the front legs, just that back end. So pulling set at least 4.5 inches long. All right, how can I get something on here that'll pour it? If anyone wants to suggest anything in chat, that would be awesome. Let's think here, what can I do? Oh, the string. Excellent, excellent. There we go. So at least 4.5. Can it be longer? At least. Okay, so it can be longer. All right. So I know that I've pulled my paper in half. So if it's at least as long as my paper, long side of it, it should be at least 4.5 inches. So let's just try that before I seem to attach this. Oh, definitely. Definitely this is how long we are. Here's how long this is. I think we're definitely good. All right. And then I think I'm just going to tape it on. I'm going to tape it on the top right there. Right there. So this might be just my first prototype, just to see, even put a little thing right here from me. Oh, maybe the kitty would like that then. All right, so we have this here. So 1 second now, as I go through this. For this share out, what I recommend you doing now is show that your cat toy makes these. All right, so for me to show right here, shows the evidence. So points is the claims. If you're following along in the worksheet, you see the right-hand column that has the claims right here. The evidence, so that's the showing in the worksheet, that's for drawing, and then some sort of an explanation. And since I'm presenting this to you, I'm just going to be talking through it. So evidence, the cat toy is head, legs, elongated mobile polling device. Oh no, I should have read more carefully. Legs, I'm going to quickly draw them. Draw some feet. We may want to talk about that one. All right, I just the classic elf feet right there. So I added them with orange Sharpie. I'm gonna count that as okay. Next one, show the device as means of pulling and moving. All right, here we go. Here we go. Maybe it rolls this way. No, doesn't work. All right, so we got the pulling. Eyes and ears are attached to the head. I drew them on. I put some little googly eyes, the blue and the yellow. Excellent. Tail is any color, such as red, pink, green, excluding white, yellow, or blue. So I chose green for mine. Excellent. Oh, and then next, show the means of moving a toy attaches to the legs. So if I wanted to attach this, I could wrap it around and it is attached. Excellent. Excellent. And give a reason Gears will enjoy playing with the toy. I'm gonna say because it's shiny and because I put stuff inside of it, so hopefully they'll hear it. And then I think because it's long enough, I can kind of hide it. I know for my cat, when I play with toys and I kind of hide them, so I don't know, I assume my cat feels like they have to hunt them. I feel like they enjoy them more. So if I could hide it and pull it along, they might really like it. So other than the legs one, I think I could maybe add some better legs, maybe a little bit more engaging ears I can maybe add to it. But overall, I would say that it meets the majority of the claims. The interesting thing though with patents, for them to be really worked and really detailed, it has to meet all the claims. So patents are something that are really particular. Again, they help protect your intellectual property. They're enforceable. That link earlier that I put into the Google Drive, into the chat, that activity is called Spot the Invention, where you can use the USPTO website and look at things that you would find in your house, such as TVs, remotes, fire alarms, all those sorts of things, cushions, carpet. And you can look up the kind of what I would call like the historical patent or the keynote patent, the keystone patent, the patent that most likely other things being made today are being based on. For example, I looked up in one of those, they had a picture of a classroom and I looked up a recycling bin. And that recycling bin actually had a patent based on all the chemicals that could be used to make that plastic for that blue recycling bin that we like see everywhere. So be sure to check those out. I hope you enjoyed learning a little bit of patents with us today, making an awesome toy for Gears, the robot cat. And thank you very much. Have a wonderful rest of your day.